Check. Are we loud? Are we clear? Are we loud? Are we clear? What's up, chat? What's up, chat? We're here. This is a one-of-a-kind stream, chat. Zero plan. I love it. Zero plan stream. I just wanted to see if the PC stream will work tonight. Might work. But I am liking the idea of some garlic phone. Good garlic phone. Well, we have some things on the docket. I'm thinking garlic phone if we have enough gang that is down to play. There was a frog game recommended by, I think, Lovi recent, like a short kind of hand-drawn frog game that looks cool. We have, yeah, we got FNAF. What is Defunct Land? We have, what else do we have? We can like browse, we can browse Steam, we can browse itch.io for something weird and funky. Defunct Land. Oh, like YouTube, watching YouTube stuff? Do you think I'm allowed to watch that? Yeah, I'd be down to watch some YouTube stuff too. Oh, I remember now. Well, I won't be here driving to Washington. That's kind of sick though. Thank you, Shimmer, for the Prime. Welcome back. Shimmer's goated. Okay, so yeah, do you got people? We'll give some people a little time. Yeah, are we down for some Gartic Phone? What's the minimum people we need for a nice game of Gartic Phone? I guess they fill up anyways. 3? 2 even. Yeah, it's been a minute. What's the website? Gartic Phone. My automatic... Oh, this must be my old name. It still has my... What I can only guess was a name that I entered in, which is Sonic123456789. I thought that was the like default, but there's no way. That is such a michaelberland name. Shimmer's never played Gartic Phone. It's pretty sick. You can play it in your browser. Pretty sure it works on the phone as well. And it's kind of like Pictionary. I kind of forget. I get them confused, but it's fun. Sometimes we did get a few weirdos in, especially if I like actually go into the Twitch Gartic Phone category. But I think I'm just gonna keep it to just chatting, and then I'll just like share the link in the Discord maybe. Does that sound good? What should my name today be? Also, should I share my screen? I guess so. I kind of am more down with keeping it late night only. Sometimes you get some interesting in a bad way people. But we've gotten lucky with some cool people as well, and cool artists, but I think we have enough people to make it fun. Frog King. Totally forgot about that game. I wonder if I could run the latest version. Is that what I'm thinking about? Oh wait, maybe not. Oh, I was thinking of a different thing. I thought you were talking about a game. A frog game I used to play. Okay. Yeah, let's Gartic Phone. What should my name be? I was Frog King, what you said the name should be. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Frog King 1000 2000. Okay. Oh god, I forgot they have ads on Gartic Phone. Okay, don't listen to this. Can I not mute it? What? Oh, I can skip. Sick. Okay. I am going to invite you guys. Okay. How many players should I have? I guess I could just do however many. Okay, I have the link. I'm gonna post it into the general of my Discord. So if you want to play, hop into the general and click that linky, and we'll play. I'm rusty as well, so don't worry about being good or bad. Let me switch to screen share for a minute. Ooh. OBS has crashed. Classic. It didn't actually crash, don't worry. Gonna be a MacBook, okay. Yeah, wobbly we like. So anyone who wants to play, Lucy, what's up? We're trying to garlic phone. Hop into the general of the Discord. Click the link and join. But take your time. We got Shimmer in here. Creek, let's go. Let us please go. Creek, you want to play some garlic phone? We're chilling. There we go. Like to see that. I'm thinking we're doing normal, right? Forget if we like. We'll see how many people show up, and then we can adjust the speed. I don't have a keyboard for my tablet. I'm stressed. Oh, because you gotta draw and type. That's okay. Either whatever you gotta do, Spooky. As long as you get in there. Strawberry P, what's up? Lucy, are you down? Down, Lou? I was getting the link. Got you. But yeah, we're also just chilling and chatting. Teeth. Love to see you. That's gotta be Lucy, right? Okay, good. Good name. Try my burst. Okay. I think we got everyone in here. Wait, what about Penguin? Penguin, are you capable? Oh, you're Mikey, doy. Forget it, I even said that. I want to do one where I get to draw without a prompt. So we got, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. Do you think normal speed is good? You think normal speed is good? We don't gotta start with it though. Okay. You guys are gonna have to lead me in some of this. You know what else? Yeah, we always like extra time. We do fast for first game. Penguin, I just thought you weren't joined at first because I was looking for Penguin in the name. It's a whole, just ignore it. I saw you're in. You've always been in. Vegan meatballs, nice. Corey and I we wanted to try, neither of us had ever had like eaten anchovies as a snack. And hear me out. Most people might, I don't know, very divisive food. But we were just curious. So we sliced some baguettes, toasted them up with butter. That's how you're supposed to eat anchovies. And I would say it was good. I cannot hear this one out. It was good. They were a bit salty. I might put less next time, but they were very good. So yeah, don't hate me because I've never tried anchovies on pizza. But it could be okay. But yeah, this was very simple and good. Okay, I think we're ready. Can I change the... I don't mind slow. Should I keep my drawing on the stream screen, or should I have it not on the screen? I feel like everyone who's playing is kind of focusing on their own drawing anyways. But should I have it be my face or drawing? I guess anyone who is not watching... What? No, anyone who's not playing who is watching, who wants to chime in. I feel like anyone who is watching who is not in the chat. Okay, I'm confusing myself. Don't reveal your drawing. Okay. I do like the reveal at the end, so I might be face only for a little bit. Anyone who's lurking the chat. Strawberry wants to see. Okay. Let's switch off. That's enough for me. I'll keep it up. I'll keep the drawing up. But the people who are drawing, maybe close out the stream so it's a surprise what I draw. What's up, Ghosty Kid? Welcome. We're all in different tabs anyways. Yeah, I forget people aren't chilling with multiple monitors probably. Okay, I'm kind of gonna run slow. There's a lot more time settings than I remember. Slow is kind of chill. Spooky with 3, hell yeah. Okay, I'm hitting slow. And we'll just hit it. I feel like slow is okay for this number. When we did like 10, 14, slow is too slow maybe. Alright, we're gonna hit it. So if you didn't know, we're playing Gartic Phone, what I call Garlic Phone. It's kind of like Pictionary. So we're gonna have a bunch of prompts and drawings and prompts, and then at the end we're gonna see what we made. It's gonna be epic. It's been a long time coming, so let's hit it. Start. Good luck, everybody. I should change the music. Hold on. Although I do like the Wii Shop music on repeat for 4 hours straight, but... Okay, write a sentence. Okay, we're good. Okay, nice. Sick. Oh yeah, baby. Let me pull up the chat. I know, it is not a fun word to hear, probably. Duel, what's up? We're playing Garlic Phone. Welcome back. That's probably right. The sky, let's go. The sky is so sick. Okay, did I add? I guess I could add some shading or something. I don't know. Shading is not good today. That's probably good, huh? I guess we could take our time. Forget that. Still got a lot of time. Okay, let's just expand this. Just kidding, I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? See, this is multiplayer, so you could definitely hop on the next one, Duel. All you need is a link, so if you just... After this round, I'll post a link, another link in the Discord, and you can also play. Thank you. I'm well. I'm doing well. I went estate sale shopping today with Corey's family, and I got 2 new... I've been buying like Type 2 cassettes because they're a little bit higher quality and they're good for recording. And whenever I see them at like garage sales or estate sales, I just buy them because I use them, but also Christian and I are working on a big like tape project for Fox Academy where we, once a week roughly, or whenever we can make time, we have a session called Tape Tuesday, and we just record a bunch of improvised music onto tape, and then we're gonna turn it into an album hopefully, or maybe a series of albums. So yeah, I got a couple of those. I was looking at a bunch of records at this one estate sale, and They're all like $3, so which isn't too expensive for vinyl. They actually had a lot of good ones, but I was being kind of selective, and then all of a sudden this lady goes, "Every item in the house is $1. Every item in the house." Well, that's time, or almost time. So yeah, I got a few more. I got a good amount of vinyl. I should worry I'm bad at art. Yeah, it doesn't matter how good you are at art. I mean, I am good at art, but I'm also like using a mouse with my non-dominant hand. I'm left-handed. But it's a funny, you get the idea. I could probably make the sky a color, I guess. I don't really love this. That'll work. Oh, that's nice, actually. Yeah, I'm left-handed. What's up, Timmy? Owe me in the chat. Left-handedness is awesome, but I am like a little ambidextrous with some things. Like when I played sports, I could do either. Timmy's left-handed too. Let's go. We're linked. We're linked. Nice. Okay, so if you're watching and you're not playing, we're playing Gartic Phone, aka Garlic Phone. And some people get prompts, some people get drawings. So we got a drawing, and I have to think of a prompt or like a caption. So let's see. Which prompts are a little quicker than drawings. Wish I was in the gang. You could train. I mean, it would be kind of sick to be like decide well into your life to be the opposite handedness. I would really admire that dedication. Not that you have to, but the idea of it is funny. Although I do purposely use my opposite hand sometimes for art because it's kind of fun. I haven't drawn in 2 days. Yeah. I think it's been more than that for me. I'm well off of my daily drawing habits, which I need to do. This is the prompt? Okay. Let me think. I think I'm gonna draw one that I see at the store. Okay, looking good. We're looking pretty good. Is this cheating to write like this? You can't pick like shades of colors, can you? I always wish that I could go like slightly darker. Well, this will work. How's that? Crazy prompt. With an A. With an I. That's true. And I guess we could go crazy with the backgrounds, but it could be distracting. We go monochrome. Oh, good lord. Dude. Okay, this is not working. What else did I find? I found... Oh, I found this funny duck thing. It seems like it goes with something else, but it's like a wooden painted duck head thing. I don't know. I got it for like $1. Couldn't help it. I don't know if you could see. It's like a painted duck head. I also got this weird little ceramic, like clay, like homemade figure that kind of looks like a mix between a mouse and an elephant, maybe. But I did break its arm off. The glue is drying right now because I had to repair it. I got that. What else did I get? Duck headphones? I don't know if I've seen that. You got a link? Hold on. You post a pic in the Discord? I don't know if I know the duck headphones you're speaking of. But what I'm looking at a pair right now. Build tools. Yeah, I don't know. I have a soft spot for like handmade wooden or like any kind of weird item. I had to rescue it. It was at the place where they're like, every item is $1. And you know, they only say that on the last day of the sales because they're like trying to get rid of everything. And no one was gonna buy that. And now I love it. Now I love it. Yeah. So we knocked that prompt out of the park, maybe. Range. I'm excited what everyone else does with the extra time. I hit the perfect amount. There's nothing worse than like having to rush it at the end. Although the lightning rounds are funny. I'm not using it well. Yeah, I wish there was like a time between the normal and the slow. Okay, what am I looking at here? Oh, I forgot I got a payday. I ain't talking about moolah. 7G of protein. 10% DV. What does that mean? What is DV? Daily vitamins? Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I don't know how to draw this. This is crazy. Decavolts. Okay. That makes sense. Ricky lies, Ricky lies. I actually don't know how to draw this. I know how to draw this. I know how to draw this. How would I draw this? That's where I'm lost. Like, is it cheating to like, I guess I already put words on one of them. I guess I could do this. Oh, I also had some really good Thai food today. That was pretty good. Let's enjoy our payday. I'm guessing DV means daily vitamins. Payday is made by Hershey? Daily value? You sound like you looked it up. If so, I believe you. I like how you put I think in there though. I think it's precisely this. Alright. That's a good plan. Debo debo. Suggestion for your drawing, or are you good? I'll take one, but I think I only have like 3 seconds left of drawing. I would take one. I think the delay might run out though. Okay. We did it! There we go, gang. Alright. Nice. We usually do this manual. Warm up round, yeah. We usually change anything. Alright, let's go. So now we're gonna watch how everything unfolded. So it'll start with, I think, a prompt, and then it'll go drawing based on the prompt, and then it'll go prompt based on the drawing, and so on. It's like a telephone kind of thing. That's why it's called Garlic Phone, because we love garlic. Yeah, they seem wholesome. Everyone in here, I think, is chill. Club Penguin, $100 smiling was my prompt. Couldn't tell you why. There we go. Nice. Rich Club Penguin. I say that works. That's true. The diamond. Nice. Club Penguin dripped out. True. And the YouTuber Dream. Oh, because of Smiley. Fair. That's sick. What are you talking about, Shimmer? Shimmer, that's art. You just did art and you didn't even know it. You didn't even know it. Lucy, let's go. 17 months. Right. That's sick. I like the blue too. Good color choice. Crushed it. I'd say we got there. Club Penguin $100 smiling. Honestly, we did it. Well, Dream was never a part of it, so we kind of lucked out. Trackpad art makes my fingy hurt. Yeah, true. Blip in the story, yes, but a blip. Okay. Now we got Shimmer. Shimmer gang. Shimmer's prompt. Mouse meowing at the church. Okay. Once this round is over, Dougal, I'll post the new link into the Discord and then we'll get you in here. And it'll be very epic. All you do is you hit the link on your phone or your computer, and then once you're in the room and we're good, then we'll start the next game. Meow. I was going to church to learn how to be a cat. Okay. So this is one that I saw. And then I said cats are worshiping rats at church. Okay. Oh yeah. This is penguins. We got there, kind of. Mouse meowing at the church. Look at that. Somehow we got back. How do we get back? But I guess this is the mouse. But there's meow. Kind of an artist. I like that. Pushed up on him. So yeah, we did all the drawings, so now we're just like watching everything that we already did during the time when I was kind of talking and drawing and chatting. Then once we get through all of the drawings that we all did during that time, then we'll start the new round. Okay, now we got penguin. Happy worm and a mealy apple. And then I drew this. Tried to make it mealy. I don't know if the mealiness came across. Happy worm munching on apple. Red. We might have lost the mealiness. Whoa. That's a large worm. Worm eats a good meal. We got meal back. Somehow we got meal. That is an interpretation. A mealy apple? How do we do that? And we went crazy with it. The whole 5-course. Like that. Alright, now we got Spooky's prompt. Goose's B-Day party. Oh, I see where the confusion was here. I'm kind of foreshadowing a little bit. But that's a great prompt. So, it's not Shimmer's fault. Shimmer didn't know that Spooky's cat is named Goose. It's an easy mistake. Anyone would make it. But with that, we did get a goose at a birthday party, which is very funny. And maybe it comes back. It's the goose's birthday. Excellent, and let's watch more. So maybe Lucy picked it back up? Let's see if Lucy picked it up or not. I think... Oh! We're back! We're back! Oh my god. Whew. That was a close one. It's a diversion. That's crazy. Kitty cat with lots of legs, watching late night. I forgot name. I think that counts. Penguin knows the cat, just forgot that it was Goose. Late night. Late night with the 8 is sick. Honestly, that could look like Goose in the dark. Saved it. Nice. That was interesting. I like that. Okay, now we got Creek mode. PB&J and Pickles Pizza. That is Christian dinner right there. I'm not talking Jesus. I'm talking Fox Academy. Okay. Whoa. Damn. I like the GIF with the G. Okay. Peanut butter. No. We got scaled down. We got the Skippy mode. Skippy peanut butter. You ran out of time. You were typing with your nose. That's crazy. But we got Skippy. That's funny. Let's see. PB&J and Pickles Pizza. So we got 1 of 4 things. That works. I googled Skippy. Damn. I guess, is everyone else GIF heads in here? Everyone else eat GIF? I like Skippy. It is a little sweet, but I like Skippy. GIF is good too. GIF had it nailed locked in with like the commercials in the early 2000s. But Skippy we got Skippy because it's cheap, but it's good. I eat whatever there is, yeah. Skippy I've never had a complaint with. GIF always had like the crazy high budget commercials, I feel like. I don't really eat peanut butter, but when I do, I go GIF mode. Truly. I put some refrigerated Skippy creamy peanut butter on a fresh bagel. I would never even think to refrigerate Skippy. That's crazy. Breakfast of Champion. That does sound good though. I do like the temperature change. Love peanut butter with a large amount of oil on top. You're talking Adams, huh? Lucy's eating Adams? Or are you doing fresh ground? Almond butter. Pretty good. If it's room temp, it'll melt on the bagel? Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. That is a good hack. I'm doing Adams in the glass jar. I knew it. Adams got the oil. Adams is pretty good though. But like Skippy is almost not even peanut butter anymore. It's like a whole new substance. Honestly. Made in a lab. Alright, we got Lucy's prompt. 2 cats. They love each other at the beach. Uh-oh. Aw. Oh, I see what happened here. This one gets a little dark, maybe. Couple of cats in love on the beach with a tsunami imminent. Trader Joe's peanut butter. Yeah. Trader Joe's is just like a copy of whatever they want to copy that day. So in that case, it's Adams. But Trader Joe's got some good stuff. Trimmer. Oh boy. Oh, this is kind of similar to mine. Freak. 2 cats in love during the LA hurricane. Dude, wait. Okay. This is actually crazy that how these are lined up though. And the black cat is on the same side? That's kind of bizarre. We mind melded that one. Their love gets them through anything, yeah. We had a vision. That's kind of sick. That's a love story. Look at it. Nice. Was that the last one? Okay, if I hit new turn... Okay. Now, everyone, if you're already in, I think that you're fine. I think the link might be the same. So, Dougal, if you're still in here, now's your chance to join, Dougal. I'm gonna repost the link in the Discord just to be safe, but I think it's the same one. So just click that link, and you should be able to join, Dougal. The speedrun one? Can we play the one where we run out of time each round? Which one is that? Resets? Nara Ninja? Is that you, Dougal? Yeah, the evolution is epic. Which is the one where it runs out of time? That was a fun one. Was that this game or a different game? Oh, knockoff. Sick, okay, so I think everyone's in here. But yeah, if anyone is watching who's not in the game, feel free to join. Dougal. Yeah, it's a creative spelling of Dougal. So yeah, let's see. Keep yourself focused. Try to replicate the drawings while the clock gets faster. Yeah, that one is fun. We love stress in the chat. We love stress. Everyone ready? If you're still figuring out how to join, say "oh boy" in the chat. If not, I'm gonna start the game. Draw whatever I want. Okay, I think we're good. We got no "oh boys" in the chat. We're gonna start. So if you just watched, this is gonna be a slightly different game mode, but just follow the instructions. I think you could just draw whatever you want to start. So it's not a caption in this one. What do I draw? I can tell you why I'm drawing this. Is this the one where we copy each other's drawings? I don't even remember. Oh, it'll be copied next. What else can we add? I guess some details, huh? Oh, wow. That's something. Yeah, this one I think you keep copying each drawing that you see and you have less and less time to do it. I think it was like that. Forget if it had words. New Monster Energy Ultra Strawberry Dreams Zero Sugar. Exclusive 15-pack. Shop now. Available at Amazon.com. Not sponsored. I should draw that, honestly. Not sponsored, I said, not sponsored. If I can remember that. Lost connection for a second or something. Oh. I totally forget. Totally forget. Yeah, I totally dropped the ball on that one. Oh. Oh. No! It is stressful. Oh, That's the last one? Okay. Whew! Dang, we did it. Okay, now we get to see them devolve over time. This is gonna be interesting. I definitely dropped the ball on a couple, I gotta be honest. Yeah, a lot of stinkers. What music is this? This is the Bomberman Hero soundtrack. Great jungle drum and bass album. Yes. Okay. So now if you played or if you're watching, now we're gonna watch this freak show unfold. Yeah, Penguin did put me onto this. But then I found that epic artwork for it too. Thanks to whoever made it easy for me. Okay, let's pop in. Okay. So this is mine. Couldn't tell you why I made like a vampire Sonic, whatever. Kinda sick though, if I'm being honest. Yo! That's sick actually. We got there. That's like the pre-release Sonic a little bit. Oh, beautiful. That's very abstract, Penguin. Oh, wow. I actually love this. This version. Slowly interpretive. Frame that. Yeah, these two are very nice too. This is very interesting. I wonder. Oh wow. We got a smiley added. And don't these become kind of slightly animated, or is that only the animation version? I don't even know. Wait, did it become... this become Among Us at the end? This turned into Among Us. Creek made Amongified it. You see the reality that you want to see in the world, I guess. Or whatever. Happens to the best of us. Nice. Okay, Shimmer. Shimmer's first drawing. Octopus. Nice. Nice. Pretty good. Ooh. I like how it shows like an animated version of how you drew it and the decisions. Okay. Yeah, we're still on point here. We lost some bubbles, but yeah, I kind of dropped the ball there. Somehow I was blue blind a little bit, I guess. I forgot that the background was blue. I don't know how that happened. More existential, yeah. He just went into his mind more, I guess. That'll work. That's it. Nice. Interesting. This is like a very interesting story happening here. Ooh. That's a pretty spot on reproduction. Turned into a foot? Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's like a big toenail, huh? Cyclops toenail? Sick. Wait, this is not Bomberman, is it? Oh, it is. I don't remember this part of Bomberman. Loot? It's okay, we'll run it. Okay, Penguin. Skate 3! Let's go. Skate 3 is so sick. Skate 3 time. The red ring. Skate 3, good. Atari! Uh-oh, we lost it a little bit here. Oh, I didn't know if I added the smiley face or not. I turned it into this dog thing, pooping out a smiley face. Yo. Oh, that's cool. Like that. Squidward with white alone place? Yeah, true. Yeah, it is very SpongeBob. In the alone place. Okay, Spooky's drawing. Of course. The epic. I had a feeling when I was drawing mine. Oh, that's good. Creek knew what Creek was doing there with Boober. That's a good one. I really like this. This is, I think I maybe dropped the ball on this one a little bit. I guess it's kind of in there. It's something. Hunchback. Nice. Yes. Elder. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta restart the music. Keep this party going. Aw, Angel. That's true though, I guess. Yes. Honestly, yeah. That is pretty like minimal Boober. So that worked. Ooh. Daisy cat. Okay, nice. Good job. Okay. We're looking good. That reminds me of the rat in Cat Dog. You guys remember that? The mouse in Cat Dog? With the weird nose. Ooh, like that. Yes, that's sick actually. Honestly, yeah. This is an awesome profile pic. That's a cool animation. I like that a lot. It looks like a cat to me, yeah. We still have the essence. No, you did good. Trackpad is not easy. Okay, Lucy. Okay, we got South Park. Kyle. Cartman, Doy. Kyle. Wait, who am I saying? Oh no, Kyle is the orange one. Doy. Eric. I used to watch only the Butters episodes of South Park for some reason. Can you go back to mine so I can say the video? Yeah, I think. Will it? Does it let? I think it lets you go back at the end. I don't think it's letting me right now. Maybe after I finish this one. Okay, we're still Cartman mode. That is Cartman-esque. Hamburger? Okay, that became a hamburger. Yes, Krabby Patty. Wait, Cartman is hamburger? That's true, actually. Okay. And then for me, it was a hat or a cone. This kind of would be cool if a burger was like that. Okay, so if I head back, can I go back? Oh, okay. There we go. Will it let you save it now? This is the one you wanted, right? Honestly. This one kind of animates it, yeah. Oh, the burger falling into place, true. Got it? Sit. Okay. Okay, now we're Ricky mode. Okay, frog. Alien frog? Okay, this is where I got lost. Okay, that wasn't too bad, I guess. This was really hard for me to remember, but we kind of got there. Oh, we lost frog. Yeah, we lost frog quick. That's cool though. So we got the right colors. Oh, we got mouse? Or cat, yeah. We lost frog and we gained cat. I'd say that's a fair trade. Yeah, green cat background is cool. Yes, that's true. Is that corn? Jimmer, you gotta level with me on this one. Did you see corn? Can we take a break? Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay. Shimmer, if you hear this... Oh, I blacked out and then it showed up on screen. Okay, pee break. I also need a pee break. If you're watching and you haven't been able to join, the link is still in my Discord. And we will... Oh, wait, there's one last round, but everyone needs a pee break. Sorry, the level is not over. But when I come back, we'll do Dougal's round and then we'll start a new round, okay? But I think you can go in the waiting room if you want to join. Okay, be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got chocolate snack. Chocolate snack. Iced tea? Sounds good. Alright. Sorry for the corn fusion. Sorry for the corn fusion. No, I love corn. The more the merrier. I was just surprised I see corn. I'm obsessed with corn. I'm stuffed for my spaghetti, no snacks. Oof. Vitamin water, what flavor are you going? Acai? That X flavor? Corn goes so hard, true. Right. Last round, and then we'll start a new round. If that makes sense. Sick. Okay. I feel like the thing I drew my head was close to this. We'll see how close it actually was. That's not bad. For memory. It's kind of sick, actually. Mine's a little more smirky. Spending a week with my best friend and we have lots of snacks and Xbox. That sounds so fun. Wait, what? Leo's in my time zone. Whoa. Oh no. Betrayal. But yeah, we are missing Elio, huh? Is Elio currently in moving mode right now? Elio and Gartic Phone goes crazy. And Elio is King Clipper. Why not? Internet or time zone? I don't know. You might just have to learn the ways of spooky. Yeah. I stay up every night, but I've been playing Breath of the Wild in bed till like 2 a.m. every night. I beat Ganon last night. But pre all the memories. Elio's certified late nighter, of course. One of the founders. I know, it is Steve. What? Here's the box shit thing. That's crazy, it is Steve. One time getting impaled. Nice. Okay. Sick. Everyone down for, what are we doing now? Another normal, or do you want to try another mode? That was epic. Garlic Phone is back, better and bigger than ever. And I'm glad we got a nice group here without having to feed into the Garlic Phone numbers. Algorithm. Story, what is that? Write a narrative using only the previous sentence as a reference. That's kind of cool. Masterpiece. Create a single piece of art. Play a single turn with no time limit. So we all work on it together? Huh. Normal but normal speed. I'm down for that. Start with an incomplete drawing. Each turn, one part is added and another is lost. Huh. That's interesting. There's a few new game modes. Co-op. Create together, starting from a sentence. Add your touch to the drawings. Can't wrap my head around that one. Have to try it, I guess. You guys want to vote, or what are we thinking? I think after you pick one, you can go into the custom settings and turn on GIFs at the end. 3K channel points. Sick. It's nice. We listen to music as the right children by. Oh. What is VOC again? Oh, Boards of Canada. I haven't listened to Boards of Canada in a while. I think I mostly listened to like their 2009 album or something. I don't think I have heard of this one. I need to do a deep dive with Boards. I think I heard Tomorrow's Harvest. Let me see. I know, it's been a while. Yeah, the scavenger hunt thing. Masterpiece. So what are we thinking? I'm getting a few different options. Do we do a vote, or is everyone... Co-op does sound cool. Masterpiece sounds cool, but it doesn't really have an end. I guess you just go until it feels like the art is done. Or normal mode, but quicker. Okay, Lucy votes normal. Okay, let's do normal. The co-op would be cool to try. You can definitely keep that on the docket. Okay, cool. Let's do normal. Normal speed. Someone was saying something about GIFs? Or animation. Use a play within. Is that what we're talking about? Is this what we want? Does that just make a GIF at the end? No. What does that do? Maybe at the end? Okay. Alright, so we're just going normal. Seems good to me. Alright, let's hit it. Oof, it's getting warm in here. Look at the temperature. Not too bad. That. Been a hot week or so. Okay. What the? Okay. Stain. Guess I gotta do it. But we did it. Yeah, that was kind of quick, huh? Whew. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Woo! Okay. So mine was Cat in the Hat eating cup of noodles. Come on. Let's see. True. We got there. Sinister Cat in the Hat, evil deity drinking Kilk. Ooh, how is that the first Kilk reference? That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that, that's glorious. Cat in the Hat making magic Kilk. That's just the truth. that wheat? There's no wheat in Kilk. Or that magic wand. Farm fresh ingredients. Oh, hay. Oh, cat in the hay. Makes sense. Oh, those are hay bales. It is farm fresh Kilk. That works. That's fun. To be honest, so T does kind of look like a Y a little bit. Yeah, there's cat drinking milk and eating cheese. Pretty close, I'd say. Lion in a tuxedo dancing. Nice. That's good for, that's pretty good even for trackpad. Lion in a suit, very fancy. Yes. Ooh, kind of crushing. Fine businessman. I think I maybe dropped the ball over here. Oh, I see it now. Sunny Fishman for job interview. Oh, he got that there as like a suit. Got the zoo part. The suit part. That is true. That's kind of cool. Circles. Okay, penguin mode. I actually have not seen Zootopia. Is it worth watching? Goblin running about. Nice. Cool tool. That's good. Baby Yoda sprinting. I mean, Baby Yoda is kind of goblin-esque. Aww. What the hell? Lucy, you're just gonna drop this classic like it's nothing? This is crazy. This is amazing. Oh, you can click it. Put him on the track team. That's beautiful. Excellent work. Yoda on the road. Honestly, that's what I drew. We got Goblin running about. Yoda speeding down the highway. He's being chased by police. That's pretty good. That's pretty sick. I like that a lot. Okay. Gex FNAF jump scared. Jumping at you? That is a sick idea. Let's see if we can get there. Ooh. That's pretty good. I like the sunglasses down. It looks very mischievous. That's sick. That's good. Oh, that's funny. Gex's surprise. Is it tail time? Oh, I should have known it was Gex. Dang. Okay. I should have known it was Gex. This is my bad. I thought this was Frog Leaf Man flipping his lid open to eat trash. What can I say? Oh, you didn't know who Gex was? Well, you got the green color, right? You looked like, at first you looked like you knew what Gex was. What did you draw? What did you mean to draw? Yeah, you have much to learn. No, it's not your fault. It's okay. Practice makes perfect. Let's see what Shimmer drew. Honestly, that is Gex-esque. Froggy sipping on some yummy Kilk. That's just the truth. At least it had a happy ending. This is pretty epic, though. I like how you drew the sunglasses under and then put them back over. Nice. How is that for? Okay. The Creek. Mario boxing Godzilla. Okay. Okay. That's actually true. Mario in a boxing fight. That's actually pretty... That's good that you got that. That's the one I did. I didn't know who he was boxing at. I didn't want it to become part of the caption. Mario nervously defends himself against... This is like kind of like the Gex one. Surprise Gex and nervous Mario tag team. That's crazy. That's awesome. Mario is sad because he is bald. Oh yeah, no hair. Whew. Yeah, Mario jump scare. Cool party. Everyone's invited. Such a fun time. Maybe there's... Excellent caption. Nice! Okay, this is awesome. Two chillers chilling, drinking a couple cold ices with toothpicks. It sounds like a party to me. Sounds like a pretty cool party. Yo! Look! It's the same! Maybe there's a pool. Pool at a party would be cool. Hanging out. Couple of cool guys smoking carrots and drinking alcohol. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Is that ketchup? This is insane. Is that ketchup? PG-13. Apple juice? Oh yeah. Dang. Look how cool they are. They look like the Doobie Brothers. Okay. Smonking on that carrot and apple pack? Dude. Oh yeah. That was a beautiful one. I like this one a lot. Chillers. Dang. You ever seen so many cool people at once? Looking, smoking on that carrot and apple pie. Amazing. Okay. Last one. Donald Trump swimming. Interesting. I don't know how to draw that. This is him. A man with anger issues chilling at the pool. On brand. Honestly, we're doing pretty good. An emoji freaking died. Oh my gosh. Ah! Beautiful. Angry when someone dies. Bloody. Honestly, I also am angry when someone dies. Oh, I see. I like that. Sick. Are we still down with Garlic Phone? New turn? That was a nice round. I like that. I'm chilling. I'm also chilling. Okay, Creek's gotta go. Okay. Have a nice night, Creek. Thanks for hanging out. You had some bangers in that. Garlic bread is what I had with my dinner? That's crazy. A coincidence? There are no coincidences. Good night, Creek. Yeah, the Gex jump scare was iconic for the garlic streams. You got kicked? Not from me. It says you're still in there for me. Maybe you pop back in. Creek's gotta smonk that apple carrot. Yes! Schmonk. Effort into smonking carrot? That'd be cool. Do you guys want to do another normal? Or do you want to try another mode? Yeah, I'm down for one last one. I am getting a little tired, but the drawings are keeping me awake. I was looking at the wrong Gartic Phone URL. Oh, okay. Joined the wrong game. Oh, the Gex. Yes, the Gex jump scare. FNAF jump scare would be so sick. That makes more sense. That's more on brand. Knockoff? Yeah, we could end it with a bang. Knockoff is pretty chaotic and fun. Yeah, let's do one last knockoff and then we'll call it a night, I think. But I like this nice. This has been a fun late night. I'm so glad my PC is for some reason not blowing up. This has been fun. Hell yeah, thanks Shimmer for chilling. Only been 2 hours. I might go a little longer if we find some other stuff like videos or something. I would be open to it. Let's see how we feel. But this will be the last Gartic Phone, I think, and then we'll switch it up and maybe it'll fizzle out. Funkland. Yeah, I'm down to watch that. Are we allowed to watch that on YouTube? I think so. Okay, so knockoff. Go. Let's go. Yeah, maybe we'll watch a few eps. It'll just be a cozy stream until I fall asleep. What am I gonna draw?
The game's over.
Oh yeah. See how we do. It's almost go time. I just remembered Veiny. Remember Veiny, the character? Crazy. Oof. We did it. We did it. See what we got. Okay. Mine was this. Couldn't tell you why. Woo! Oh, nice. Did it. The music stopped. You brought back Veiny? Nice. I like that one. It's nice shimmer. Oh. Yes. Garfield. Oh, that's cool. That's cool art shimmer. Yes. That's getting abstract. That's kind of cool. Power went out in the middle. That sucks. Gee. I put the yellow in the wrong spot. You got some nice lines though. Yes. Yeah, the colors were hard for me. Oh, Gonzo! That's a sick shirt. Fit's going crazy. It turned into Squidward a little bit. You own that shirt? That's cool. I like that one. This face went away. Cat, schmonking apple, Hartman, schmonking carrot. Nice. That's just the truth of the matter. Lost cat, grumble rat. Grumble cat. Oh, I got some of the colors. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's very abstract. You found the circle tool. Nice. I like this interpretation. This is cool as art, even. Not even, but like it is kind of interesting abstract portrait. Yeah, kind of close. I got the colors kind of close. Swapped a little bit. Some of them. Nice. You're pretty close. Damn, that was epic. We did it! Thanks, gang. Crushed it. Yeah, the colors are tricky. You got them. Just wiggled around a little. That's epic. Okay. I'm gonna get some water, and then maybe we'll check out this defunct land thing a little bit. I'm getting tired, so we might be just chatting a little bit and chilling. So I'll be right back, okay, chat? Yo. Whew, I'm back. Just had some water. We are gonna check this out. Do I need a link? You go to Defunct Land YouTube channel and scroll down and find a playlist. Okay. Hold down. Defunct TV. Are you looking for season 1? We're doing season 1 Defunct. Globe? That's it. No, it's a playlist of just the Jim Henson. Okay. Yeah, link might be easier, but there's a bunch of playlists. Defunct Jim Henson? I think I'm looking at it. Defunct TV Jim Henson playlist? nice. Okay. Check this out. We're getting Disney Plus. I'm gonna mute it during the ads. We don't get too many. Let me know if the volume is okay for you guys. And we're gonna watch this.
Cody, what are you doing? Well, boss, you told me to try to catch potential customers using the net, so I am.
Volume okay?
Cody, what should you have done? I should have used Squarespace.
That'll help. Space. How's everyone doing? I've been doing pretty good. Working a lot of Beagles 3. Right over.
Cody, what are you doing? Well, boss, you told me to try to catch potential customers using the net, so I am. Cody, what should you have done?
Cody?
I should
Volume
have
good,
used
up or down?
Squarespace.
Good. Okay.
In 1955, an 18-year-old boy named James Maury Henson was hard at work in his parents' living room. He hovered over a small table on which he had placed an assortment of materials. There were sewing tools, glue, an old felt coat that had once belonged to his mother, and one ping pong ball. He took the tattered coat, now in a pile of separate pieces, and stitched together a long tube, just big enough for an arm. On this, he placed 2 smaller pieces of cloth, tacked his 2 arms on a body. He created a triangular head and jaw, big enough for his large hand to operate. Finally, he cut the ping pong ball in half, gluing the pieces to either side of the head and marking both with large black slash circles. He then put his hand through the bottom of the puppet, turning it to face him.
Iconic.
What was moments ago just felt in string, Jim Henson had given character. Kermit was alive.
Yes.
Hello there, my name is Jim Henson and I'm a puppeteer. I'm called a puppeteer because I work with puppets.
Okay, you're gonna love this story. Greatest story in the world.
Greatest story in the world.
Hey, thank you, and welcome again to another Muppet Show.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Jim Henson was born on September 24, 1936 in Greenville, Mississippi. He was the youngest son of Paul and Betty Henson. His father's work for the U.S. Department of Agriculture forced Jim, his mother, and his older brother, Paul Jr., to move back and forth between Mississippi and Maryland, eventually moving for the final time in 1948, landing just outside of the University of Maryland in a home in University Park. Jim loved music, and he would often sing with his brother as his mother played an old organ. The family owned various songbooks with which Jim would become familiar, such as A.A. Milne's songbook featuring a few personal favorites of Jim, Halfway Down the Stairs and Coddleston Pie. Jim's creativity was always encouraged by his grandmother, Dear, who clearly saw something special in the young boy. Throughout their childhood, Jim and Paul Jr. would spend the majority of their time together, often tinkering and building things such as model airplanes and radios. Jim loved to listen to the radios with which he worked, especially tuning into radio dramas. However, his love for radio would be overshadowed by the rise of a new invention, a device that would change his life, and a machine that he would use to change the world. At the age of 13, Jim Henson heard of television. He begged his parents to buy him a set, and they would a year later in 1950. Jim was enamored with TV, consuming as much as he could throughout his teenage years. He was exposed to some of the most innovative comedy performances of the day, with stars such as Ernie Kovacs and Milton Berle making a strong impression on the young boy. In high school, Jim joined his school's drama club, where he took time performing and building sets, although he heavily favored the latter. As his high school career progressed, his love for television grew, and his yearning to be a part of it intensified. He planned to attend the University of Maryland in the fall of 1954, hoping to study set design, and throughout his senior year, he began looking for ways to break into the television industry. When his local CBS station, WTOP, posted positions for their new program, The Junior Morning Show, specifically asking for young puppeteers, Jim was thrilled. There was only one problem. He knew nothing about puppetry. Despite this, Jim jumped on the opportunity. checking out 2
Alright, have
books on the
fun,
performance
Penguin.
medium from his local library.
That's
These
so
books
sick.
taught him not
You get
only how to
hang with
operate a
friends.
puppet, but how to properly
Thanks
build
for
one as
chilling
well.
with the late night.
Jim's first creation was a ham puppet named Pierre the Rat,
Say
which
hi
he
to
used in
Lovi.
his audition for the Junior Morning Show. Jim's work paid off, and he was offered a position at WTOP with a starting pay of $5 per episode, or about $70 today when adjusted for inflation. The show, hosted by local television personality Roy Meacham, only aired for 3 weeks. It was quickly canceled for violating child labor laws by employing children under the age of 14. Despite the Junior Morning Show airing for such a short time, a local newspaper writer praised the puppet segments. In Jim's short stint on the show, Meacham grew a fondness for the young man, and he invited Jim to appear on his other WTOP show, Saturday, where Jim would create short skits in which puppets lip-synced to music. Saturday would only last until August of 1954, just as Jim began his first semester of college, but he wouldn't be absent from TV for long. James Kovac, a program director for the local NBC channel, WRC-TV, spotted Jim's talents through his work with Meacham. Kovac would put Jim to work, asking him to perform his puppets on various programs on the station. It was around this time that Jim would first use the term Muppets to describe his creations. For years it was believed to be a combination of marionette and puppets, but he would later admit that it was just something he made up. Early in his college career, Jim decided to switch his major from production design to home economics, which taught similar skills with a less rigorous course load. Perfect for Jim considering he spent much of his free time performing. Serendipitously, the University of Maryland had decided to add a puppetry class as part of the home economics curriculum. The class was taught by a professor with no experience in puppetry, meaning that Jim, now somewhat known for his stints on local television, had the most experience in the class. This, combined with his abundant confidence and tall stature, is what first caught the eye of 20-year-old Jane Neville. After Jane proved to be a proficient puppeteer in the class, Jim took notice of her as well. The soft-spoken yet commanding freshman approached her, asking if she would be willing to perform with him on some of his programs. She agreed. With the help of an additional talented hand, the two would continue to develop and improve the style of the Muppets, with more elaborate lip-syncing routines and skits. In early 1955, Jim and Jane began performing puppet skits on WRC-TV's new variety program, Afternoon. Despite his success on local TV and healthy compensation for his work, Jim was not content. It might have been self-doubt of his own talents, or it could have been a general disinterest in puppetry as a future career. No matter the reason, Jim shyly begged a reporter at WRC-TV to talk to Kovac for him and convince him to give him a job as a crew member instead of as a performer. The reporter laughed Jim off and encouraged him to stick with puppetry. It might just make him rich. Jim and Jane's segments on Afternoon were so entertaining that it was no surprise that WRC-TV wanted more. However, the offer they extended was more lucrative than they could have realistically hoped. WRC-TV wanted to place Jim and Jane in a 5-minute slot between the evening news and The Tonight Show, where they would exclusively write and perform their Muppet segments. The new duo would not hesitate to accept the offer, and they were excited to play around in their new creative sandbox.
Epic. Whoa.
Sam and Friends has been brought to you by SK.
Jim and Jane's new show, Sam and Friends, made its debut on May 9, 1955 on WRC-TV. The show starred a full cast of Muppets, many of which Jim had built for variety shows that he had been working on over the past year. The show's titular star, a puppet named Sam, found his uniqueness in his inflexibility. He had a solid face. Unlike many of the other felt puppets on the show, he would only be seen lip-syncing to records, and he was the only human in the show's cast. His friends were much more abstract. There was Yorick, a purple skull with a large appetite, Professor Madcliffe, a rambunctious character that often found himself promoting products in the show's commercials, Chicken Liver, a grumpy character that was disgusted by the immaturity of the rest of the cast, Harry the Hipster, a cool, jazz-loving character that wouldn't be caught without his signature shades, and Kermit, an abstract, lizard-like turquoise monster that seemed to find himself in front of the camera more often than the others. The main members would often wear wigs or outfits, almost as if the characters themselves were performing as another character. In the early days of the show, the skits consisted almost exclusively of the puppets lip-syncing to records. The climax of the formula Jim had developed was the explosive finale. Most of the skits ended with the character getting swallowed alive or blown up. Some viewers were shocked or confused by these endings, but Jim loved them. Over time, the show would add bits of witty humor, painful puns, and genuine sentimentality. The show was supposed to revolve around Sam coping with the struggles of everyday life, often finding solace, if not distraction, in his energetic and wild friends. In the show's world, Sam was the only character that existed in reality, and Kermit, Yorick, and all of his other friends were either figments of his imagination or exaggerated parts of his own inner self. This would be one of the first attempts Jim made to instill a deeper meaning to the Muppet mayhem. The cast of Sam and Friends grew as Jim continued to build more Muppets, with other creatures such as Icky Gunk, Omar, and Mushmelon being added. It is difficult to tell just how large the cast became, or just how many episodes Jim and Jane produced.
Night, Duel.
One
Thanks for
shortcoming of the
chilling.
young creator was his lack of foresight in recording his first original series. To be fair, Sam and Friends aired during the age of the kinescope, a device in which a film camera recorded the live television feed in order to play it back. This was necessary without the existence of videotapes. Jim and WRC-TV recorded very few episodes of Sam and Friends, and many of those that were recorded have been lost. Ironically, there is only one publicly available Sam and Friends episode featuring Sam himself, although photos of him appearing in other skits exist and other episodes could be in various archives. More episodes than are viewable have been documented in either TV listings, script form, or picture form. A myriad of episodes have been described from the memories of fans, but even if these skits existed in the way in which they are remembered, it is nearly impossible to tell if the skit in question was shown on Sam and Friends, Afternoon, or the countless other DC area shows that Jim and Jane appeared. Luckily, the most popular skits from Sam and Friends have either been found or have been re-performed by Jim and Jane elsewhere. Audiences were mesmerized by the Muppets. At this point in time, puppets were thought to be exclusive to bouncy marionettes or wooden dolls where only the mouth was able to be manipulated. Jim and Jane subverted this expectation completely. The Muppets could show a wide range of emotions thanks to their malleable shape. For instance, Kermit could display his inner feelings clearly for the audience just by Jim adjusting the placement of his fingers. This purposeful design was necessary for television, which, due to the placement of the camera, tended to be much more intimate than stage puppetry. Early in Sam and Friends production, Jim would place live feed monitors on the studio floor in order to see what the camera was seeing. This greatly helped both his and Jane's performance, and it was a practice that he would keep. Jim also saw an opportunity to change the way children's entertainment was filmed. Up to this point, every puppet show filmed and aired on TV was a production that existed outside of the television medium. The performers would set up their puppet stages on a set, and the TV studio would focus the cameras head-on, framing their stages perfectly into the square boxed frame of the television screen. Sam and Friends would be the first puppet show created for and taking advantage of the new medium of television. Jim didn't need a puppet stage to frame all of the action. The television screen was the puppet stage, and with the flexibility of the television camera, Jim and Jane had a lot more space to perform. For the first time, the puppeteer was not constrained to a tiny stage. Jim's creations could roam free. Each episode of Sam and Friends would be an average of 4 minutes, with the last 60 seconds dedicated to a sponsor, typically SK Meats. Jim and Jane would shoot a short skit to advertise the products using the characters from the main show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll try to remain calm as I tell you about the new SK idea in flavor.
SK
It's the new
Meats.
SK pork and bacon sausage. It combines the wonderful taste of pure pork sausage with the delicious flavor of hickory smoked quality bacon.
Sam and Friends was an immediate hit. Those tuning in on weeknights loved the unique and funny show, and local newspapers praised the addition to WRC's lineup, with the main complaint being the show's short running time. It was difficult to tell just how many fans Jim and Jane had, but some bad news would give them a rough estimate. In the summer of 1955, just months after Sam and Friends' first episode, WRC canceled the show in order to rearrange their late-night programming block. Immediately after the announcement, angry fans contacted the station until they had no choice but to uncancel the show. This would result in Sam and Friends only airing 3 times a week instead of 5, but Jim and Jane were thrilled to have the ability to continue performing. Sam and Friends would be moved throughout WRC's lineup as the station saw fit, and Jim and Jane's focus shifted toward their work on Afternoon during late 1955 and early 1956. Jane had graduated from the University of Maryland and had began to pursue her master's at a school in Washington, D.C. She purposefully built her schedule in a way to continue working on both Afternoon and Sam and Friends, prioritizing puppetry and Jim. Jim was thrilled to have Jane continue her work with him, as she had proven to be the perfect partner. Great things were happening for the young Jim Henson, but a tragedy would distract from the success. On April 15, 1956, a car accident took the life of Jim's brother, Paul Henson Jr. The event devastated both Jim and his parents. Henson biographer Brian J. Jones detailed the lasting impact the loss had on the young creator, describing Jim's repressed sadness over the loss of his brother and the way in which the tragedy motivated Jim's creative work in an unexpected way. Instead of using his sorrow to create dark and gritty material, the loss of his brother only pushed Jim's creations towards zany, colorful, humorous, and above all, optimistic works. Jim would later describe himself as having an unnatural amount of, quote, ridiculous optimism, a trait that those close to him would cherish and that the audience of his shows would gravitate toward. His brother's death had another impact, an acute awareness of his own mortality, a ticking clock. In May of 1956, Jim and Jane would bring the Muppets to yet another WRC show, Footlight Theater, an interstitial between Western films in which the Muppets would interact with the show's host, guitarist Paul Arnold. The work on the show was not their favorite, and with Sam and Friends' unpredictable time slot, it seemed that the duo had hit a wall. However, Jim's creative mind was too big for just the DC market, and he and Jane would have their chance to prove the wide appeal of the Muppets in a big, unexpected way.
What's that?
Showing up on the first page of Google
No, I'm not.
might not be the
No ads for you guys. Oh, it's still going.
Of people now, well, I don't know if I use the word people advisedly, but several years ago in Washington, D.C., there are two young college students, Jim Henson and Jane Nebel. They got together with some little puppets, and they formed what people in Washington now know as the Muppets. A little different than a puppet. And you folks in Washington, D.C. know them very well. They've been appearing there over WRC-TV for 2.5 years, and they're very big favorites, and we can see why. We had them on our Tonight Show a few weeks ago, and they broke it up, so we're happy to have them with us today. Here are the Muppets.
On October 11th, 1956, Jim and Jane would make their first appearance on The Tonight Show with Steve Allen, the show that they regularly preceded in WRC's lineup. Producers of Tonight had caught wind of a peculiar puppet show that was airing before them in Washington, D.C., and they had asked Jim and Jane to audition for the show. They would be brought on to perform a sketch, introducing the Muppets to the entire country for the first time. Jim decided to take I've Grown Accustomed to Your Face, a funny lip-syncing sketch with Kermit and York.
Horror genre, that's cool.
At this point, York was the audience favorite of the Muppets, coming out on top of a popularity poll. Sam and Mushmelon were second and third respectively, and Kermit was fourth. The appearance convinced WRC to give Sam and Friends its original lucrative time slot before the Tonight Show back, and increased Jim's output significantly, causing him to temporarily withdraw from his studies at the University of Maryland. Jane would continue her schooling, leading to an even more hectic schedule than Jim's. They were now having to perform Sam and Friends live twice a night, and make appearances on other shows. The hard work was paying off. Sam and Friends was getting better, with the duo improving the puppetry, gags, effects, and scenarios. Their audience loved all of it, but WRC seemed indifferent to the show's success. During yet another programming change, Sam and Friends' first evening appearance was cut, angering fans once again. And same as before, WRC listened to their frustrated audience, returning the 6:50 time slot to the show. The time slot would prove even better after NBC moved its soon-to-be-popular newscast Huntley Brinkley to 6:45, and WRC placing Sam and Friends right before it. This meant Sam and Friends was the lead into the two most popular shows on the channel. Jane exclaimed, quote, I mean, what could be better? You have national news, international news, weather, sports, and Kermit. Between the new programming and their appearance on The Tonight Show, the Muppets were on their way to stardom.
Sam is so funny looking.
The sheer amount of content that Jim and Jane were outputting was impressive. Even more incredible was its quality. Jim quickly developed a sort of perfectionist nature, while his time to develop and rehearse was limited, and there was only so much he could do before they went on the air. His creative eye was sharpening, and the little tweaks and nitpicks that he had were helping produce something extraordinary. He was beginning to come around on puppetry as an art. In the summer of 1957, Jim and Jane were approached by the John H. Wilkins Company to create a series of short commercials promoting Wilkins coffee. Jim agreed, but if Wilkins was expecting anything short of absolute Muppet madness, they were in for quite the surprise.
We're here to persuade people to drink more Wilkins coffee. What's the club for? To get their attention. Do you have any Wilkins coffee in your house? No. You know, a house isn't a home without Wilkins coffee.
The 10-second adverts featured two new characters, Wilkins, a Muppet that loved Wilkins coffee, and Wontkins, a Muppet that hated it. Wilkins would constantly punish Wontkins for not drinking the coffee, sometimes threatening the audience as well. Both would be voiced by Jim, in what would be his first consistent vocal roles, as Sam and Friends still heavily relied on lip-syncing. The short ads were funny and violent, and they were more successful than Wilkins or Jim could have imagined. The advertisements became sort of a national phenomenon, further placing the Muppets into the national cultural conscience. Wilkins Coffee would even merchandise the advertisements with two hand puppets of Wilkins and Wontkins, which would be a huge hit. In 1958, Sam and Friends would win the Emmy for Best Local Entertainment Program. There seemed to be no limit to the Muppets' potential, but Jim was unfazed. Although he was making a healthy living, especially for his age, he considered himself to be an artist first, and a puppeteer second, and his allegiance was not to puppetry, but to the audience that loved his work. He was finally able to shake this mindset once and for all after a trip to Europe exposed him to the art and diversity of puppetry. Of this experience, he said, quote, "It was at that point that I realized that puppetry was an art form, a valid way to do really interesting things. I came back from that trip all fired up to do wonderful puppetry." During this trip, he had grown a full beard, which he would keep, and would become another aspect of his unique look. He returned to performing on Sam and Friends. A college friend of Jim, Bob Payne, had assisted in Jim's absence. Jim's trip had taken his abundant creative energy and focused it, and he had a few things he needed to do in order to become the creator he knew he could be. In 1959, he would resume his classes at the University of Maryland, and more notably, Jim Henson would begin to date Jane Nebel. The two had actually both been engaged, Jim to a teaching student named Anne Marie Hood and Jane to a man named Bill Schmidtman. Despite this, their close proximity and performing relationship was so strong that it seemed only a matter of time before the two were to get together. They both broke off their relationships and began dating. The newly formed Muppets Inc., in which Jim owned 60% and Jane 40%, would be the foundation for their relationship. Jane would recall that the relationship was less based in romantic passion than it was in the passion for the work, and the admiration and respect the two had for each other and their talents. The two would be married on May 28, 1959, taking a short break from Sam and Friends to go on their honeymoon. When they returned, Jim's passion for puppetry and the show was stronger than ever. The Wilkins ads had instilled confidence in his ability to create sketches without a track, and he began testing out different voices for his Sam and Friends characters, giving Kermit, what seemed to be his favorite Muppet, the voice that was closest to his own, a soft-spoken, throat-heavy, nasally voice that would become both Kermit and Jim's trademark sound.
Yes, indeed, but let's not be quite so formal. Why don't you just call me Kermit, and I'll call you, well, what would you like me to call you?
Chet Huntley.
Oh, okay, Chet Huntley.
These original sketches were created by Jim producing a 4.5-minute soundtrack of the dialogue and music that he and Jane would then perform to. Jim also began to experiment with animation. He always enjoyed drawing his Muppet creations.
I love the concept art so much.
And much of Sam and Friends promotional material
it's like
were
one of my
images he had
favorite
drawn
things
himself.
is to see, like,
Animation,
sketches.
a natural next step for the ambitious creator, would become a personal passion of his. The new aspects of the show resulted in some of the most impressive and memorable episodes of Sam and Friends.
Love
Man,
art
you're
books.
just a
That's
beginner.
so
I'm an
funny.
old hand at this stuff. Watch. Hey, a real watch. With moving parts, no less. Gee, have you taken this course already? No, man, I'm a natural. Been doing it for years.
In May of 1960, Jim finally graduated from the University of Maryland. In the time he resumed his college education and completed it, he had married Jane, and she had given birth to their first child, a girl named Lisa Marie Henson. Just weeks after her birth, Lisa was already engulfed in the hectic life of the Muppets. That summer, Jim, Jane, and Lisa traveled to the 1960 Puppeteers of America convention. Jim went to the convention to see the works of and network with the famous puppeteers of the time. Here, he would meet television puppeteer Bert Tillstrom, who was well known for his program, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, a show in which an ensemble of puppets acted as members of a theater troupe trying to put on a show. Tillstrom would introduce Jim to a few of his acquaintances, including his puppet builder, a man named Don Saline, and a young agent named Bernie Brillstein. Brillstein was uninterested in taking another puppeteer on as a client, but Tillstrom urged him to give Jim a chance. Brillstein invited Jim to a meeting in his New York office, describing that the first time he saw the puppeteer, he looked to be, quote, a cross between Abe Lincoln and Jesus. Jim brought in a box of Muppets and performed a few skits for the agent. Brillstein was blown away, signing him on as a client without further hesitation. The next year, Jane became pregnant with her second child. Jim and Jane began discussing the possibility that Jane would have to stop performing, and the two started to look for new talent. They did so by traveling once again to the Puppeteers of America convention, this time hoping to find someone to hire. The couple ran into a 21-year-old puppeteer named Jerome Jewell, a smart, witty performer that was already a fan of the Hensons. Jim would sign him on as the first employee of Muppets Inc. Another potential candidate was the 17-year-old son of notable performers Mike and Frances Osnowitz. The shy young boy was a gifted performer, but like Jim before him, he had little interest in making puppetry a career. Jim was determined to stay in touch with him, and hopefully after he graduated, Jim could hire Frank Oz to be a full-time performer with Muppets Inc. Jewel began work on Sam and Friends, taking over Jane's position. He proved himself to be a competent puppeteer and an incredible writer. Sam and Friends was at the height of its popularity throughout 1961. However, Jim was ready to move on from the show, to experiment with the art form and push the boundaries of puppetry. Jim would write the following in his often succinct journal, quote, Sam and Friends, last show, December 15th, 1961. The end of the final show saw the entire set exploding around the cast, a fitting finale. Sam and Friends characters would continue to be used by Jim and Jerry in various live and televised performances over the next few years. Some would evolve into some of today's recognizable Muppets, and Kermit would remain on Jim's arm as he took Muppets Inc. on its next adventure. Sam and Friends would be missed by its fans in the DC area, but they had a feeling that this wouldn't be the last they would see of Jim Henson.
I'm going to explain about Muppet's meteoric rise in fame in both the world of entertainment and the field of commercials.
Okay, just so you don't tell them the truth.
Guys, I'm sure. I sincerely hope
Looks a little bit like Ernie there with hair.
It would be a pleasure, your loveliness.
Well, I tried.
You know what a puppet is.
Ralph.
You're a puppet.
So Rolf.
This is Don Saline, who is our Muppet builder.
Frank has the right hand and you have the left. And who's operating the head?
I don't really know.
Hey, Doctor, there's a hole in your headlight.
Now get out of here.
We got interested in the film mediums. We were very lucky with one of them. You were nominated for an Academy Award with a thing called Timepiece.
Right. That was just this past year.
Who can help this man?
The LaJoy Dragon, friend.
Oh, yeah?
You need LaJoy Show Me.
Is it easy to fix?
Easy. It's a
Is
6-minute
it easy to
supper.
fix?
Here are 2 comedy scenes with the Muppets. I'm quite sure the adults will enjoy them too. The Muppets.
The Muppets.
The 60s had been a time of growth for Jim and the Muppets. Jim had grown his team, finally adding puppeteer Frank Oz and puppet builder Don Saline, as well as puppeteer Jerry Nelson. Jim's family had grown, with him and Jay now having 4 children, Lisa, Cheryl, Brian, and John. The much larger Muppets Inc. had moved to New York City, produced a variety of commercials, appeared on nearly every variety and late-night show of the day, and had even produced a few art films. Despite all of the success and even some well-deserved fame, the Muppets had still yet to have their big break.
What's up with the
but
art
it was
films?
certainly on the horizon. A man named John Stone, who Jim had worked with years previously on a small project, asked Jim to come sit in on some meetings for a show being developed by a new children's entertainment company. Jim agreed to attend the seminar, located at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. After all, it was just right down the street.
Sesame Street? Cliffhanger. That must badass. Big Beagle. You guys want to watch one more, or are we sleepy? I feel like I learned a lot. It's cool just to absorb. One more? Yeah, let's hit one more. They're all like around the same length, right? Defunktland, Defunkt TV.
There's no way I'd ever switch.
Galaxy? Okay, I'm just waiting until the ad is done and then hit it. I like the pacing and like the narration is good. I could definitely see rewatching it. It's not like too much to where I'm not like, I feel like I'm getting the gist of it, but where if I rewatch it I would get new details like that. All right. Okay, hit that.
251. Ow. 252. Ow. I told Cody here to make my website look
Jiffy.
great. And when I went to check it out, it said he made
Peanut butter?
404 errors. That means
Jif
404
natural?
whacks. 253. Ow. I should have used Squarespace. Ow.
I think it's a YouTuber.
Throughout the late 50s and 60s, one extraordinary person was climbing their way through the
YouTuber?
ranks of television. Her name was Joan Gans Cooney. As a public television producer, she was creating some of the most provocative and challenging programming of the civil rights era on New York's public television station, WNDT. At a dinner party in 1966, a conversation between her and Lloyd Morissette, an executive at the notable nonprofit, the Carnegie
they put the
Corporation,
sources down
sparked
there,
an
too.
interesting question. Could television be used to teach children? Complaints of the abundance of sex and violence on television, as well as the influence of advertisements, had brought upon a national debate as to the negative effects these trends could be having on the children watching. There were a few popular programs directed at young children, such as Captain Kangaroo, but shows such as this were the outliers. While the entertainment aspects of these programs were great, the execution of the educational aspects was lacking. Morissette, who was also an experimental psychologist, wondered if a program designed primarily to educate children could be successful. Gans Cooney, known for never being afraid to step outside of her comfort zone, found the proposition interesting. After the conversation, she secured research funding for an educational children's program. She spoke to many experts in the field of early childhood development and educational media. When she returned with her report, titled The Potential Uses of Television in Preschool Education, WNDT rejected it. After this, she left the station, joining Morissette at the Carnegie Corporation in a full-time role. Over the next 2 years, Gans Cooney and Morissette sought funding for their program, starting the nonprofit production company, the Children's Television Workshop. The two would eventually raise over $8 million for the show, spending a large amount on research alone. Gans Cooney would be appointed as the executive director of the Children's Television Workshop, a monumental achievement in the male-dominated and biased television industry. She and Morissette would begin to grow their team, eventually adding television writer and director John Stone to help with the show's creative development. It became clear through the research process that in order to capture the attention of preschool children, the program would need to be fast-paced, visually colorful, and creative in its execution. Gans Cooney pointed to television commercials as a comparable to the type of segments the show would need to have. Luckily, if she needed high-quality creative commercials, Stone knew the perfect person to do it.
Hello there. My name is Jim Henson, and I'm a puppeteer.
That's Jim!
I'm called a puppeteer because I work with puppets.
Okay, you're gonna love this story. Greatest story in the world.
Hey, thank you, and welcome again to another Muppet Show.
Oh yeah, intro does go hard. The drums sound nice.
In the summer of 1968, it was business as usual at Muppet Inc., now operating under the new name Henson Associates. The company was still producing entertaining commercials for a variety of clients. Jim and his team continued to appear on variety shows performing Muppet skits, and the Muppets were creating the occasional television special and pilot. Two pilots, 1962's Tales of the Tinker D and 1964's The Land of the Tinker D, featuring a group of medieval Muppets in a fairy tale kingdom, never saw the light of day. In 1965, Jim had been asked to bring the Muppets onto a pilot for a Snow White parody being developed by John Stone for CBS. Jim and Stone hit it off, and the duo would collaborate on other projects, including an episode for NBC's Experiment in Television, a program that was satisfying Jim's passion for experimental film. Now, in mid-1968, they were a few months away from shooting the project that came from the Snow White parody, although the program had moved from CBS to ABC and the leading princess had been changed to Cinderella. After Stone joined the Children's Television Workshop, he would not hesitate to invite Jim to some of the developmental meetings. Jim shyly sat in the back of the conference room, slouching low in his chair as he would often do. When he was finally introduced to Gans Cooney, his work preceded him. Jim's quiet nature was overshadowed by the Muppets' reputation for the loud and the chaotic, and those at CTW, especially Gans Cooney, were thrilled that he might bring that energy to their new show. Jim, on the other hand, was hesitant. If he provided the Muppets for the preschool program, he could risk the thing he wanted most, a primetime Muppet series. Using the Muppets for the young demographic could solidify their reputation as children's entertainment, a verdict that would be detrimental to any pitch for a family or adult-style Muppet show. However, this concern was overshadowed by the mere fact that he respected what Gans Cooney and CTW was doing. They were pushing the boundaries of television, a personal goal of his as well. Plus, he couldn't deny that the format that they were describing was perfect for him and the Muppets. He eventually agreed to work for the show, believing that, due to the unpredictable nature of children's programming, it would probably only last a month or two anyways. Jim demanded his typical condition, that he own the rights to any Muppet characters he created for the program. During negotiations, Jim would end up allowing a 50-50 split of any character merchandising from the show between him and CTW. Henson and his team would begin in 1969, and Jim and Stone's Cinderella spoof was set to film in late 1968. The hour-long special, called Hey Cinderella, received mixed reviews when it aired in the spring of 1969. The most notable part of the special would be that it officially completed Kermit's transition from abstract monster to frog, a gradual transformation in design that produced the recognizable version of the beloved character.
I know I'm a frog. You don't have to keep reminding me.
Throughout 1969, Jim and his team worked to produce their scenes for the CTW project. The Muppets would create small insert segments teaching children about letters and numbers that would then be placed in between the show's street segments, which featured the main storyline of human actors. Jim took creative liberty with his part of the show, not only creating Muppet segments, but shooting live action and animated sequences as well. One of the first assignments for Henson was to create the pitch reel for the show, which had recently been given the name Sesame Street.
Hey, these kids can't read or write, can they?
No.
Then how's about we call the show Hey Stupid?
Hey, stupid? What are we gonna do for a title? Hey, Ralph?
Why don't you call your show Sesame Street? My entire career as a TV educator nipped in the... What was that? Kermit. Why, you're a genius. Mwah! Yuck. Sesame Street. I love it. The kids will love it. I can see it. Up there in lights, the Children's Television Workshop presents Sesame Street.
New Muppets would need to be created for the puppet segments of Sesame Street. Two of the residents would be a pair of roommates named Bert and Ernie, performed by Frank Oz and Jim respectively. The gruff, stern Bert would be constantly pestered by the squeaky-voiced, goofy Ernie, not unlike the more serious Oz and the often goofy Henson. The comedic relationship between Ernie and Bert was immediate, likely because Oz and Henson's friendship was so strong. A semi-new character was a blue, googly-eyed monster with a large appetite performed by Oz, utilizing a painfully gravelly voice. The character had evolved from previous Muppets that the team had used in various commercials throughout the years, and throughout the first season of Sesame Street, he would be given the name Cookie Monster. Kermit would also be used in many segments to teach concepts, acting as one of the few mature Sesame Street Muppets. A few test cuts of the show were created using Jim's segments and other footage shot by CTW, and the episodes were shown to the show's target demographic. These early tests revealed that children's attentions dropped significantly during the show's street segments in which only human actors were shown. It was then decided that Muppets would need to be added to the main setting of the program. This wasn't exactly good news for Jim. He could easily provide the show's inserts, as he could create them in bulk on his own shooting schedule, but becoming members of a cast would mean a more strenuous time commitment. He could assign his fellow performers Frank Oz or Jerry Nelson to the post, but they had proven to be indispensable in the Muppets' year-round work on various projects. This meant Jim needed new talent, so as he had done year after year, he returned to the Puppeteers of America convention, this time seeking out a young puppeteer named Carol Spinney, who he had met a few years prior. He convinced Spinney to come work on Sesame Street full-time, performing two characters for the street segments, a large childlike yellow bird named Big Bird, and a grumpy, trash-dwelling orange monster named Oscar the Grouch. The position was perfect for Spinney, as he seemed to excel in solo performances as opposed to a member of an ensemble. He set up shop in New York in 1969, and he would immediately give life to the full-bodied Big Bird puppet, performing him as a naive, curious character that children could relate to, at the urging of Jim, who thought the character could be very popular with the audience. Popular would be an understatement.
At Honda, hybrid is more than fuel efficiency.
Look at Honda.
Sporty and fun to drive, and making car and drivers.
Yeah. Cars. Honda car. Washing cars. Fiji water.
Street premiered on November 10th, 1960. Sesame Street premiered on November 10th, 1969 on national educational television. The show instantly became popular among the young children tuning in, and it would start a national dialogue on the roles and responsibilities of children's entertainment. The show featured a diverse cast of human characters, and it would have to overcome widespread racism and prejudice. But the decision to feature a realistic cast was one of the show's best. There were a few critics of the show during its first few months on the air, but the consensus seemed to be that Sesame Street was a groundbreaking and incredible show, one that would remain on the air and in the minds of children for years to come. This was great news for everyone except Jim Henson. While he was thrilled the show was successful and was even more happy to see his 50% of merchandising sales over the next few years, the popularity of Sesame Street, largely thanks to his and the Muppets' contributions, had realized his worst fear. He was now a children's puppeteer. This wouldn't become an issue right away, as he made plans to capitalize off of Sesame Street's success with other Muppet specials for children. When he would eventually try to step outside of this demographic, he would learn just how strong of a reputation Sesame Street had given him. With the flexibility of the show's shooting schedule thanks to Spinney's work, Jim pursued a script for a children's special written by Jewel entitled The Great Santa Claus Switch, in which an evil magician takes Santa's place on Christmas Eve to steal from homes. The script had been rejected countless times over the past few years, but to Jim's delight, Ed Sullivan, who had frequently invited the Muppets on his program, offered to air the special in place of an episode of his show. The good news meant that Henson would have to hire additional puppeteers, and in the summer of 1970, Oz, Nelson, and Henson opened auditions for additional Muppet performers. This resulted in two new puppeteers joining the team, Fran Brill and Richard Hunt. Both were a perfect fit for the Muppets. The Great Santa Claus Switch saw the introduction of a group of monsters named the Frackles as the henchmen for the film's villain. These would continue to be used in other Muppet works, and one Frackle, referred to as the Cigar Box Frackle, would eventually evolve a knack for adrenaline. The Great Santa Claus Switch was well received, but had little cultural impact upon its premiere in December of 1970. Jim, pleased with the results, was already on to his next project. The next year, Henson began development on a follow-up to Hey Cinderella, now billed as the anthology series Tales from Muppetland. The second film in the series, The Frog Prince, would be filmed in March of 1971. The film featured Kermit alongside a new cast of Muppet frogs, including the small Robin performed by Jerry Nelson.
They call me Sir Robin, the Brave.
A new full-body Muppet would also be introduced, an ogre named Sweetums, performed by Richard Hunt. The growing fan base of Sesame Street resulted in more attention for Tales from Muppetland. The team would shoot another special for the series, The Muppet Musicians of Brennan, in 1972, adding a full cast of rats and chickens to the Muppets. While the ensemble of Muppet performers was enough to fulfill the various projects, the Muppet Workshop needed additional hands. Builder Don Saleen, a master at his craft, and a recent addition, the talented Bonnie Erickson, would be joined by two new designers, Franz Vizakis, a builder that specialized in adding unique mechanisms to each puppet, and Dave Goles, a puppeteer with little confidence in his performances. The workshop was now preparing for a Broadway show starring the Muppets that Jim had been pitching to investors, titled An Evening with the Muppets. Plans for the show would be canceled in late 1973, and Jim set his sights back on television. His hope was to secure a series of Muppet holiday specials, or ideally, a weekly show. Henson, Oz, and Nelson would come into office after office, getting rejected by executive after executive, who was either uninterested or confused by the pitches. The consistent concern seemed to be that puppets, including the dynamic Muppets, were merely children's entertainment, as proved by Sesame Street. Luckily, Jim would eventually convince one of the suits, a young, energetic executive at ABC named Michael Eisner. Eisner loved the Muppets and the pitch, and he would greenlight a pilot for a weekly Muppet series. While Jim imagined the series as a disjointed variety show starring the Muppets and human guest stars, for this pilot he wanted to explore one of his Muppet holiday special concepts, deciding on the Muppet Valentine Show. Jim and his team would shoot the special in late 1973 and finish it in January of 1974. The show was written by Jewel and co-writer Jerry Ross, and Jim's hope for a human guest star would be fulfilled with Mia Farrow joining the cast of the Muppets. The show had an interesting format. It was hosted by a Muppet named Wally, the show's screenwriter that was having a difficult time writing about love. The Muppets, living in a house with overgrown foliage, helped him describe the feeling of love from each of their own twisted perspectives. The show would also implement a variety of musical numbers throughout. Other featured Muppets included the army of frogs from The Frog Prince, a Frackle, Kermit, who was given a hilarious musical fantasy segment with the song Froggy Went A-Courtin'.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and you're gonna fall big mouth and all.
And a few newcomers. The new Muppets included Brewster, a Muppet both designed and performed by Dave Goles in his first step outside of the workshop, Mildred, Miss Mousy, and Thog, all performed by Jerry Nelson, George the Janitor, performed by Frank Oz,
Moops,
and a maniac arsonist named Crazy Donald, performed by semi-frequent performer John Lovelady. There were also a new race of Muppets from the fictional planet of Coosbane, and one of the show's segments featured the species demonstrating their alien mating ritual. The 25-minute-long pilot aired on January 30th, 1974. Critics and audiences loved the energetic and funny special, and ABC opened the door for Jim to produce more holiday specials and pilots. Later that year, the Muppets would appear on Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass, a special starring the jazz musician in which the Muppets would add a comedic element to the band's set. The Often Forgot special is notable in that one of the Muppet interruptions featured a newly built character, and in less than 2 minutes of screen time, a star was born.
Is Animal or who does Phenomena?
This is Herbie Baby. This is a letter to success, Piggy Doll. I've been telling him all
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Piggy is born.
What are some of the other puppets that you've developed?
Oh, I guess, well, the ones on Sesame Street are the ones people know most. Big Bird and Oscar and Ernie Bert.
In most places, frogs and puppets are for adults, but in this country they're for children. How do you account for that? Either one can answer that.
Oh, okay. Well, well, I think we're, in terms of the Muppets, we're working to sort of do some things different. We're working on an adult television show right now, and we're working on a theater show. So we hope to do a few things for adults.
Could I ask Kermit something?
Sure.
Jim would pitch another pilot for a weekly show to ABC called The Muppet Nonsense Show, which would include more sketches and short segments. This time, however, he was determined to reach a more adult audience to further distance himself from Sesame Street, which was by this point a cultural phenomenon. When the second pilot was greenlit, Jim would title it The Muppet Show, Sex and Violence, to emphasize the targeted adult audience and comment on the current state of television. The show would be shot in mid-December. The pilot centered around a group of Muppets putting on a variety show, culminating into a pageant for the 7 deadly sins, each represented by a grotesque, stylized Muppet. The show was also a lot more quick-paced and cynical than the Muppets' Valentine show, and the Muppet Workshop was tasked with creating an even larger ensemble of new characters. This would include a new house band called the Electric Mayhem, featuring a keyboardist, Dr. Teeth, performed by Henson, a guitar player, Janice, performed by Fran Brill, a saxophone player, Zoot, played by Dave Goles, the sarcastic bassist Floyd, performed by Jerry Nelson, and the wild and violent drummer, Animal, performed by Frank Oz. There were also a series of skits featuring 2 elderly gentlemen, Statler, performed by Richard Hunt, and Waldorf, performed by Henson, who passed the time making small talk in their antiquated home.
And so the waiter says, "Excuse me, but you're dancing with my umbrella."
There was a cooking show segment with a Swedish chef demonstrating some unconventional cooking methods and less than accurate Swedish. The chef had been born from previous chef skits that the Muppets had performed. The character was a live hand Muppet, similar to Ralph and Ernie. In typical live hand Muppet performances, the head and left arm are performed by the primary puppeteer providing the voice, while a second performer would operate the right hand, a job referred to as simply right-handing. The Swedish chef was unique in that the character would be voiced by Jim, but he would only be controlling the head. The hands would both be controlled by a second puppeteer, Richard Hunt in the Sex and Violence pilot, with his actual human hands being used. This created an entirely different performance style, as Jim would be providing humorous dialogue and facial expressions, not necessarily knowing what the hands of the Muppet would do next.
Hey, first, Hamel, I'll get the bloomer spoot. This is her. Met Greg the Bengal Club.
The Sex and Violence Swedish chef skits also featured Chinese subtitles, another odd element to the skit. Running the show backstage was Floyd, Sam the Eagle, a large blue eagle with a strong moral backbone played by Oz, and perhaps the most peculiar addition to the Muppet cast in Sex and Violence, the show's host, a nasally, almost drowsy frontman named Nigel, played by Jim.
What we have here is the conference room, which is sort of the nerve center of the place.
Nigel had little character or charm, especially considering his role as host. Kermit and Rolf, the established dynamic and recognizable Muppet hosts, would appear only briefly, as would various other Muppets that Jim had built for the previous pilots and specials.
Sure, well, I might be able to get you a job on an educational show for kids. Well, I was with Jimmy Dean, but nobody remembers me anymore.
A variety of segments were created for the pilot, including Mount Rushmore, in which the 4 presidents would tell bad jokes, and a fake movie review segment called Return to Beneath the Planet of the Pigs, a Planet of the Apes parody featuring a new version of Piggy, performed by Fran Brill, and a mad scientist pig named Dr. Naga, played by Jerry Nelson. There was also a segment called At the Dance, where a series of gags were played off as Muppets danced in a ballroom. The special ended with a wide shot revealing the Muppet performers beneath the puppets, an idea originally conceived for the Muppet Broadway show, and an ending that would have presumably continued should the show have been picked up. However, this was not the case. ABC was unhappy with the pilot from the beginning, urging Jim to change the name and the special. He stood firm on the Sex and Violence title, which seemed to be more funny to him than anyone else. Another issue was the show's characters, whose personalities did not work together as an ensemble. It seemed that in each scene from the pilot's A-plot, a different character was halting the energy, whether it be Nigel with his sleepy, dull delivery, or Sam with his strict obliviousness. It didn't help that most of the time the characters backstage were not preparing for the show, but were instead playing board games. On top of this, the show's pacing was atrocious, and the editing was too quick in some segments and too long in others. The At the Dance and the Swedish Chef segments, which both only had enough footage to be a single insert, were chopped up and placed throughout, with some bits lasting less than 10 seconds.
Well, you see, this show jumps from place to place. You'll get used to it.
Despite these issues, Jim hoped that this was the pilot that would solidify a weekly Muppet show. Jim made the rounds on late-night shows, heavily promoting the airing of the pilot.
Are you going to be on the special tomorrow
Sounds
night?
pretty epic to me.
You're not on the special?
No, you know, they gave me one lousy line.
When the reviews came in, it was clear that Sex and Violence had not resonated with audiences.
Sounds like cool.
While some found it entertaining, a majority of viewers felt the humor didn't work, and ABC decided against picking up the series. Jim was hopeful that another network would, but was disappointed when others rejected the concept as well, some because of the response to the special, and others because of the same reason Jim had been hearing again and again. They felt puppets were for children in the morning, not adults at night. If a Muppet TV series was going to happen, Jim would need help, so he reached out to a person that he believed could make his dream come true, an IBM executive named David Laser that Jim had worked with in the past to provide a few funny short films for IBM board meetings. Laser would join the Muppets team in a producing capacity, and his knowledge of business and energy would prove to be an asset that the team had been missing. The first step was to create a pitch to networks. This would take the form of a 25-minute reel featuring the Muppets in a variety of settings, in short skits, interacting with humans, and in musical numbers. The climax of the reel would feature an enthusiastic Muppet pitchman making his case to the network executives to greenlight a Muppet show.
Friends, the United States of America needs the Muppet Show, and you should buy this show. Now, we're not pulling any punches here. I mean, there's nothing subtle about this pitch. So buy the show and put it on the air, and we'll all be famous. And we'll all get temperamental and hard to work with, but you won't care, because we'll all make a lot of money. And God will look down on us and smile on us, and he will say, let them have a 40 share.
Jim's agent, Bernie Brillstein, would shop the reel around to no avail. During this process, Brillstein had made a deal with NBC to have the Muppets appear on a new live variety show debuting in the fall of 1975. The Muppets were brought on to assuage the fears of executives that the new show, named Saturday Night Live, would be too edgy as it took on the hot topics of the day. This was perfect for Jim's attempts to get the Muppets into the adult comedy scene. Lorne Michaels, SNL's showrunner and also a client of Brillstein, enjoyed Jim's work and was happy to have him perform a skit on each episode of the show. Jim's recurring sketch would be called The Land of Gorge, and would feature mature alien Muppets in adult situations. The Muppets were designed by recent Workshop edition Michael Frith, and the bizarre aliens certainly looked the part for late night. However, the Muppets and SNL were not a match. Per Writers Guild rules, all the sketches had to be written by SNL staff writers, and their subtle, sarcastic style did not lend itself well to the more slapstick Muppets. That said, the writers weren't necessarily trying their hardest. They would have much rather written the other sketches, and those forced to write for the Muppets were often angry. Head writer Michael O'Donoghue reportedly scoffed, quote, "I won't write for felt." The cast also did not enjoy giving up airtime to the Muppets. Cast member John Belushi's anger would lead him to coin the phrase, mucking fuppets. It was difficult for Jim to bring his team every week into a tense situation where they clearly weren't welcome. Although despite the behind-the-scenes drama, he would never speak ill of the SNL staff publicly, and when asked, he would be quick to praise the talents of Lorne Michaels, who he had a deep respect for. Michaels appreciated Jim's work, but it was clear early on to the both of them that the Muppets did not belong on SNL. Luckily, Jim wouldn't have to live in 30 Rock forever. A British television producer named Lou Grade had been following the work of Jim and the Muppets for the past few years, and he was interested in discussing a potential Muppet TV series. One of his employees located in New York invited Brillstein and Laser to a meeting. The two passed on the 25-minute pitch reel, and the next day, a deal was made. A 24-episode first season with a total budget of $3 million would be produced.
Wow.
The episodes would be distributed via a new practice called primetime syndication, in which a show would be produced independently and then sold station by station. After the deal was reached, 5 CBS-owned and operated stations bought the show's first season. Grade's biggest ask of Brillstein was that Jim and the Muppets shoot the new show at his studio in London. Brillstein agreed without even consulting Jim, and after a deal was reached, he called Henson to tell him the news. Jim's response was simply, "I love you." The Muppets were going to the UK.
Yeah! Nice, that was sick. I didn't know they filmed there.
This episode of Defunct TV is sponsored by...
Nice. Now, this is epic. We should watch more on stream sometime. I like the YouTube, watching stuff on YouTube in the late nights is pretty fun. Glad the stream worked. I don't know what's been up with my computer / internet lately, but it seemed fine today. Maybe it's just with the crazy heat. I don't know. It's pretty sick. Yeah, so I will see you guys soon, alright? That's gonna be the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Try to keep you guys updated on the Beagles stuff. I'm trying to get some songs done and out. I think it'll hopefully come out. I think in September, October. Realistically, could be cool. It just lagged. Yeah, as soon as I said that the stream was working fine, I looked and it was like it was in the red, but it seems fine now. Oh yeah, that's epic. Have a good night, everybody. This has been very fun. I'm glad we got some Gartic Phone. We'll have some new stuff soon. I said it in the Discord, but I ordered Animal Crossing for the GameCube, which I think would be a really fun late night game because we can, you know, like make decisions about the villagers, and it would be a fun thing to like check in on, like a new Animal Crossing game that I haven't played, and I think a lot of people in the chat haven't really played it. Link, yes. Oh yeah, okay, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for hanging out. I'm always in the Discord to chat. See you later, alright? Alright, bye-bye.